Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at this little temperature sensor and getting a temperature reading in Celsius. Now, the sensor looks just like a standard transistor, but it's called LM35. And if I point the flat face towards you, what you're going to be seeing is the power pin, the 5V pin, is going to be on your left when you're looking at the flat face, and the GND is going to be on the right. The middle pin right here, well, that is a signal, an analog signal that you can read. So you're going to get a value, just an analog reading, and to convert that to Celsius, you just need to do nothing other than multiply it by 5 divided by 10.24. So that is your conversion factor for the LM35. So let's get cracking. We're going to build this guy. Put a sensor in to the middle of the breadboard. So that pin there is going to be powered. That goes into 5V. And the leftmost one goes into GND. So do I have some blue cables? They'll go nicer. And there we go. Now the middle leg, plunk, goes into a 0. So back into our program. Arduino. There we go. So what we need to do is just essentially take an analog reading, have it displayed. I'm going to touch the sensor to see if it gets any warmer. And we are then going to try to have that multiplication factor. So int reading equals to 0. And we can pin mode a 0 to an input, and in the loop we can say reading equals to analog read a 0, and serial.print ln reading. And every time I write that, I realized I have not initialized the serial.begin. Okay, so that ought to do it. Maybe delay of, I don't know, 50. We ought to be seeing some analog readings once I upload this. Good. Now, will it get higher when I touch it? Yes, it will. And we've gone across, and now it's 50, 51, 52. So that's great. That definitely works, and now you should see it fall back to 49, 48, so on. So right now, time to transfer that to degrees. So going back to the DFRobot page, I'll be sure to include the link. By the way, you can just Google it, DFRobot Beginner Kit Wiki. It's tutorial 7. So we are going to, that is the line. I don't like the way they declare any variables right inside the line here. So, but essentially you're multiplying by, we want to be multiplying by 5 over 10.24. So we can have something that's not an integer, maybe use a double. Temp equals to 0, and then say temp equals to reading times 5 over 10. Yeah, that could work. And then we can serial print the temp just to see that it makes sense. And serial.print say here, temperature in C. Let's have a look if this has worked out. Serial print line temp. Expected. So it's, as you can see, it's probably like 21 degrees, 21, 22 here. I'm wearing a hoodie, not a t-shirt. Yeah, that's perfect. 21.4. I mean, we could slow this down now to 200, and we should be able to get rather convenient temperature readings. 21.48. Now, I'm going to put my hand closer and see if it gets to 22 without me touching it. Yeah, gets above 22. I'm gonna breathe on it. Rises a little. The most effective thing to do is actually just touch it. Your skin's probably in like 27, 28 degrees. The core of your body is at 36. But yeah, 24, 25. There you have it. A really easy to build, well-working temperature sensor that costs few cents. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial, and note that in the future we are going to be logging some of this data and trying to do some investigations with it. But perhaps for now you can also have a look inside the tools and the serial plotter. That's interesting. The serial plotter actually plots whatever you are printing to the serial. So since we are printing two different values, it is plotting a little bit of chaos. But if we simply got rid of that reading, we should be able to see sort of a moving line for the temperature. There you go, 21, and temperature staying somewhere around 21, and if we touch it, we should be able to make it go up to like 24 perhaps. There you go. And now if we let go, we should watch it come down. Just once more, that is in Tools Serial Plotter. Okay, second try it, goodbye. See you in the next tutorial.